Going on, crypto fam? Welcome back. All right, so today I want to hop into the whole SHIBOSHI NFTs. All right, they were released yesterday around 5:30 Eastern time. All right, and I'm gonna tell y'all right now, it was definitely a battle. All right, it was a complete uphill battle. All right, trying to get in and trying to get one. We're going to discuss how the NFTs became a success for some people, and for others it was just a huge disaster. All right, so let's hop into it. First off, as you see right here, I'm currently on the ShibaSwap official website. So in order to get these NFTs, we have to come to the ShibaSwap where it says NFTs, and once you click here, we pretty much have to wait until they announced on Twitter. Satoshi Kusama announced on Twitter that they were going to be released. And at the time this website wasn't open. It wasn't like open yet, so we had to keep refreshing. So once the website finally opened, right, once it finally people finally got in, we were able to come in here. And I'm gonna tell y'all straight up, I was doing a live stream and I was in full panic mode. Approve? Did I approve it? SHIBOSHI's. What the hell am I doing, bro? I'm confused. Because I'm looking around. I'm trying to see how this thing even works. I'm trying to see how how the transactions and everything happen. So the first thing I did was clicked on start minting. That's how I got my first one. And I'm going to make another video showing you guys which one I got exactly. But long story short, this is the website of where the whole SHIBOSHI NFTs took place. All right, as you can see down here, it says all 10,000 were minted, so all 10,000 were sold. So we go back on Twitter, right? You can see right here, Satoshi Kusama, he pretty much went to Twitter and posted this. He said that all 10,000 of the SHIBOSHIs were sold out in under 35 minutes, right? In under 35 minutes, which, I mean, I'm not too familiar with NFTs because this was my first NFT like release, and this is also the first time I bought an NFT. But 35 minutes, selling out in 35 minutes, usually that's an incredible thing. So obviously the sale was terrific as far as just selling all of the SHIBOSHI NFTs. Even your pop, who was a super well-known SHIB YouTuber, he pretty much said on his Twitter that someone sold one of their SHIBOSHIs for 25 Ethereums, which if we look at the Ethereum price right now, Ethereum 25 Ethereum is currently worth $96,000. So somebody was lucky enough to sell one of their SHIBOSHI NFTs for $96,000. That's a pretty nice come up, especially if they were one of the first people who got in and maybe bought a SHIBOSHI for, I don't know, like 400 bucks or 500 bucks, however much it might have cost. That's a pretty nice come up. And with more good news, right now I'm currently on OpenSea.io, which is a pretty well-known NFT website where people can come and sell or buy or just trade NFTs. As you can see right here, this is the where all the SHIBOSHIs, I guess like you say, their page of where all the SHIB NFTs are located. As you can see right here, it's 10,000 of them. Currently right now, 3,100 people own all 10,000 of them. It says the floor price, which is I guess the average price for an SHIBOSHI NFT, is close to 1 Ethereum. It says the volume traded was 2.4 thousand traded. So it's been a lot of people selling some of their SHIBOSHI NFTs so far. If you look down here, you can see that somebody sold one 3 minutes ago for $10,000. They sold this one for $10,000. This one was sold for $3,000. If you scroll down, you can just see people selling it for $5,000, $3,000, $10,000. Earlier today, I see somebody sold a SHIB NFT for like $25,000. So there's been some people who I'm sure already flipped it, made some profit, maybe 3x or 4x their money. So that's all good news. It's all good and gravy for those people who were lucky enough to even get in and get one. And then last but not least, for the good news surrounding around the whole SHIB release and everything, this is also on OpenSea.io. This is like the ranking of I guess just every NFT that's on their website. And as you can see right here where it says top NFTs in the last 7 days, if you scroll down, you can see that SHIBOSHI NFTs are currently ranked 13. All right, as you can see right here, it says the volume with I guess the volume of just the transactions of people trading them is 2,350 Ethereum. So pretty much hundreds of thousands. If we really do the math on that, right? 2350. So already $9 million of transactions with the SHIBOSHI NFTs. So that's pretty insane, right? That's pretty insane for somebody who probably got in early and probably only bought them for a couple $100. So the ranking is pretty awesome. The SHIB NFTs is at 311%. All right, so everything just pretty much looks good when it comes to the good side of the news. Obviously, this is the good stuff. But now That was the good news. Now we got to talk about the bad news. Now we got to talk about the stressful news, right? The first thing I want to do is pretty much give y'all a breakdown of how everything was going as far as like before the SHIB NFTs were released. So back on Twitter, Satoshi Kusama, right? They pretty much announced that there was going to be like a silent release, right? And I'll even show y'all where they said this. So back, I'll say about a week ago. Yeah, this is October 5th. They pretty much released this Medium, which is like an article explaining how the SHIB NFT release is going to happen and everything. And they announced that it was going to be a silent release. I'll show you guys right here. So there was two different approaches that they had as far as releasing the SHIBOSHI NFTs, right? So as we can see right here on the Medium, the article that they created, as we can see right here, it says the excitement behind this NFT drop has eclipsed anything we could have imagined, and we are so excited to bring them to you next week or earlier. It will be a fair launch, so don't worry, we will make sure everyone gets a heads up. So they did say that everyone would get an equal, and fair heads up when they would be released. So keep that in mind, right? Just keep that in mind. And then also, if we look right here, this was literally, I guess you could say, this was 9 days later, right? This was 9 days after that article, or 8 days after the article. It says release date Thursday, October 14th. And then it says no hours would be announced, silently dropped. So when they say silently dropped, some people thought that they would actually make it like completely silent, right? To where it's kind of like maybe only the people who were like, continuously staying on the website and maybe refreshing the browser, to see if the website would open, would be the first ones to find out. But if you ask me, it was like the complete opposite of a silent drop, right? Like completely the opposite. And I say that to say because, all right, so if we come back to Satoshi Kusama's Twitter, right? Like I said, everything was going smooth. It was no panicking. It was no crazy things happening yet. All right. So first we're gonna start off at this tweet right here. This tweet. So my man Satoshi said, we are mere hours away. More updates coming as final tests are completed. Now when he sent this tweet, I believe it was like hours after the SHIB NFTs came out. I think it was like maybe 6 hours or 5 hours, however much longer it was. Yeah, it took a while before they came out, all right? So then it was like, all right, so we're still waiting. So then my man he said, okay, listen up, SHIB Army. He said SHIBOSHIs will begin minting at 5:30 p.m. Eastern time, approximately 20 minutes from the time. Then he gave the link of where to go to buy them. He says, shibaswap.com will go live a bit before, but the minting button won't go live before then. We are at war with lots of bots that will attempt to get all SHIBOSHIs, but everyone. So first off, he's pretty much already letting people know when the website was going to open up, right? And then he also mentioned that there were like these bots. For those who don't know, sometimes people use bots to try to be the first people to like either buy new cryptocurrencies that are released or NFTs that are released. So he's pretty much saying that we were going to be competing with people who are using bots that are trying to like buy all of them and pretty much take them all. So that was another like, okay, so I feel like that's when people kind of start like, all right, that's when it's kind of like a little panic mode start kicking in, right? A little panic mode start kicking in. And then he says still deploying. So like, all right, still deploying. Then he says make sure to do Control F5 while refreshing so you don't get cached. So he's pretty much saying like, if you press Control and F5, it refreshes your page. But me, I was just using my mouse to like keep refreshing the page. So I kept refreshing the page. I can feel the tension. I can feel the adrenaline kind of kicking in, but nothing too crazy. And then that's when my man said, "Go, go, go!" So you can just imagine my man sending this on Twitter. I'm sure everybody was probably. Keep in mind. There's already a ton of people who are like already probably refreshing the browser and everything. But my man said, go, go, go. So now it's kind of just like everybody's rushing in. Everybody's storming the servers. Everybody's like, the traffic that's on the Ethereum blockchain is just going insane, right? It's going insane. And then as, I'm in there. I was live streaming this. So a lot of the crypto fam was in there trying to get in. And as, time's going by, he's pretty much tweeting how many were already, minted and sold. For those who don't know what minted is pretty much just like the process and like the creation of an NFT. So he was saying like 3,000 were already sold, and then he said 6,000 already sold. I guess he was responding to somebody because that's when people started realizing that these gas prices were like outrageous. And I'm gonna show you like a picture, and I'll even tell you guys like how much people were actually coming out of pocket to pay, and some people weren't even receiving it. But I guess he was responding to somebody else right there. And then finally he said 35 minutes sold out. All right, and then we come right here. This is somebody, this is just a random picture I found, but somebody said that right here, as you can see, where is it at? They had to pay a gas fee that cost $160 in Ethereum. It's like a transaction fee, right? So as you can see right here, he says $160 to approve just to get an error from #Shiboshi. All right. So I'm assuming he had to pay that $160 in Ethereum, and he still didn't even get a SHIB NFT, right? So that's just like $160 like gone to waste, right? Which obviously is just like that sucks. And then my man Cats, for those who don't know, Cat, pretty well known, like SHIB, I guess you could say like he was someone, he's part of like the SHIB development team. He was one of the people who were over the like social medias, like the Discord and certain things. And he took to Twitter and he said, nah, he said, on behalf of the people, I think that was utterly insane BS. Sure, if gas was reasonable, everyone would have a fair chance, but $800 in gas alone for a single one, that's insane. Then he said, I respect the work that went into this, but this was nuts. Shame to those who missed out. And yeah, like even one of my moderators on YouTube, he told me he spent like $500 or something like that to cover the Ethereum gas fee, and he didn't even receive a SHIB NFT. There were people who were paying like $1,000 for a gas fee, and like if they got an error message, they will lose that $1,000 for the transaction fee, but they didn't receive the SHIB NFT. Now, for those who don't know, that's not something that pretty much that's not something that's behind like that's not behind SHIB or like the NFT. That's something that's wrong with the Ethereum blockchain. When it comes to the Ethereum blockchain, like the more traffic, usually when it comes to these type of events, whether it's like, you know, like the NFT release, or when we first found out that SHIB was going to be getting listed on Binance and like crypto.com and everything, all those like huge platforms, that raises the Ethereum gas prices, right? So that's like anytime those events happen, that's when the prices go insane. So then we move on to Satoshi Kusama, who responded to Cat. He said, and this old friend is why we are working on #Shibarium. For those who don't know, Shibarium, they're planning on making SHIB's own network because of these type of situations, because of these type of disasters that happen. So the whole goal of Shibarium is to be where we can pretty much, you know, trade our crypto or trade our NFTs without having to pay like these insane gas fees, and then like sometimes not even get what we're trying to get and still have to lose money from the gas fee. So that's why this is why he's saying, this is why we're working on the Shibarium. And then the Shibarium account, I don't know if this is the official Shibarium account or just someone who's like a fan-made Shibarium account or whatever, but they said, my lovely people, we understand some of you are disappointed for the gas fees when Shiboshis were released, but it is due to high pressure on the Ethereum blockchain. However, the developer team is building Shibarium blockchain, which is the solution. It is just a matter of time. And then also, last but not least, Satoshi Kusama also, this was like a few hours ago, he posted this on Twitter. He said, again, please be careful of Shiboshi scams. They are rampant. He says, we are working with OpenSea to get verified, but for now, this is the only link you can use to get a Shiboshi on OpenSea. And yeah, I've been hearing there's like already like scam sites, like fake, Shiboshi NFTs being sold. I've already heard that somebody already bought like a fake one and they didn't even know. So as you can see right here, they're trying to get the process of verifying the official Shiboshi NFT so that people can, actually know which ones are the real ones from the fake. All right, so just be careful with that. All right, so other than that, like my final thoughts on the Ethereum gas fees, the NFTs, why we should look forward to Shibarium, and just like handling things better in the future when it comes to like events and stuff like this. I'll tell you all right now, like I've spoken to Satoshi before on Twitter. He's reached out to me, and like I said, I've spoken to him. He comes off as a normal, chill person to talk to, but one thing is, I know Satoshi is a smart person, right? Obviously he's a part of the SHIB development team, so obviously he has some type of knowledge when it comes to NFT releases and just crypto in general. I'm sure him and the team know a few things about like the Ethereum gas fees being high. Obviously that's not their problem, that's Ethereum's problem, but I would assume that someone as smart as Satoshi and the team could have known, like blurting out on Twitter like go, and kind of just like I feel like once they said like they were going to have a silent release, I don't feel like that was really silent, but keep in mind, like I said before, they also did say that they were going to give a heads up to everybody. So it's kind of like they said they were going to let everybody know, like everybody has a fair, you know, heads up on the release. But then they also said they were going to have it silently. But I feel like if anything, that wasn't really silent, you know. I don't know exactly what they could have done to, you know, announce it smoother. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to blame Satoshi or anything, but at the end of the day, it do suck that, you know, you have people paying hundreds of dollars for the Ethereum gas fees, and like as soon as they get like an error message, because for those who don't know, like I said again, whenever you're doing a transaction on the Ethereum blockchain, the majority of the times, if the transaction fails, you still lose that Ethereum gas fee. Like you still lose the transaction money, and you won't get whatever you're trying to get, right? So I'm not saying that they like knew that was going to happen, but I mean, I feel like they could have maybe had a better way to do it. I don't know. Maybe you guys could tell me in the comments what y'all feel like they could have done to prevent this type of stuff from happening. They did put this right here. They said, sorry, but we are sold out at this time, but there are other packs coming soon. So they did announce that there are going to be more SHIBOSHI NFTs coming. Now, I hope that, you know, they learn from this event that happened right here and try to go about a better way. And another thing that I do want to talk about is the fact that people were allowed to buy 10. Like, why were people allowed to buy 10? Like, I feel like that's completely unfair. I feel like it should have just been first come, first serve. You get one SHIB NFT. Or maybe if it was like, you know, everybody who gets in early can only buy one. But if there are left over at a certain amount of time, then people can buy the leftover SHIBOSHI NFTs. But you have people who are losing their money and not even getting an NFT, while you got other people who got in early and just bought 10 for, you know, however much they, you know, spend for that. You know, that's definitely unfair in my eyes. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the SHIBOSHI game. They said that the last thing they said that it was I guess having a meeting with like some type of gaming studio or something like that. And yeah, so other than that, let me know what you guys think about just all this mayhem, and also, you know, cool side of it. But I know the majority of it is definitely like a disaster. I feel for everybody who's, you know, pretty much lost money to that, you know. I even had one transaction that failed, even though I was lucky enough to get one SHIB NFT, I mean 2 SHIB NFTs. I had one transaction that also failed, and I lost some money. I lost a couple $100 from it. So it definitely feels bad. It definitely sucks. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about all this in the comment section. And other than that, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, hit the like button. Also, you can follow me on any of my social medias, my Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. I will follow you back on Twitter. Also, you can follow me on my Twitch account. I might go live on Twitch tonight, play some games, or just kind of chill, you know, with some viewers. Maybe play some games with viewers, depending on what games we play. And yeah, other than that, catch y'all soon. Peace.